this is after we have brined the salmon and we put it on the racks, and then I let it sit out on the racks to dry. You can put them outside if you want to. I just kept them inside on the counter. Some people like to use a fan to dry it out a little bit. And it's been drying for about 4 hours. The reason for this is that it'll create like a shiny, tacky, when you touch it, it's a little sticky surface. And this is called there's an actual term for it called pellicle. And this is important so that when it is smoked, that it'll absorb the smoke flavor into your fish. And then the next step is that we're going to go outside and smoke the fish. Okay, here I have a Bradley smoker. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so this is the Bradley smoker, and it also has, these are wood briquettes, and I like to use alder, so these are alder briquettes. Each one of these usually lasts about 15 minutes, so 4 of them would be about an hour. And I've got my smoker plugged in. I'm going to turn this on, and then I'm going to push the advance button, and it will advance the briquette. As you can see, it drop down, okay? And I'll continue to do that. I'm going to put in the rest of my salmon into the smoker. And what you're supposed to do is your larger pieces are supposed to go on the bottom and your smaller pieces up on top. Okay. In here, if you could see, this is the drip pan that any salmon drippings are going to fall into here. This is a bowl of water, and what's going to happen is, you can see down here is the briquettes are going to advance, and as they burn, this is a heating element here, and as it burns, it's going to drop into here. And this is my temperature gauge right here. Now, for the purpose of what I'm doing, because I'm canning salmon, I'm only going to smoke half of my salmon for 2 hours. And then the rest I'll probably leave in there for 4 to 5 hours. And what I'll do is, like, I'll probably freezer pack these, and these ones I'll probably can. The reason why it's only 2 hours for if I'm doing canned salmon is when you can the salmon, it tends to create more of a smoke flavor, and it also dries out the fish a little bit more. So I don't want to smoke it as long. The other salmon that I'm going to keep in there longer, I'll probably just put them in a food saver bag and put it in the freezer. Now, as far as the temperature, you should smoke it probably around 100, maybe a little bit higher. But the last 30 minutes, at some point, whether you're smoking it for a couple of hours or smoking it for 5 hours, or even if you're cold smoking it, you need to, for half an hour, have it at least at 150 degrees for half an hour to make sure that you kill off any bacteria or any other things that might be growing on your salmon. But for my canning, let me correct what I said about the 2 hour thing. I probably don't need to do the 150 degrees because I'm canning it, and that will be hot enough, and it'll cook off any impurities in the pressure canner. So that's how you smoke salmon. So it's been a couple of hours, and I'm going to take out a couple of racks out of the smoker, and this is going to be real smoky. So, just a second. Okay, so there's one of them, and then I'll pick another one to take out. Okay, and the rest I'm just going to leave in there and smoke it for another 3 hours for a hot smoke. And then these I'm going to can, and And I would highly not suggest you try it or taste it because it hasn't gone past the 150-degree stage where it kills off all the bacteria. So it is not safe to eat at this time. And then when I can it, then it'll take out all the bacteria or any other stuff that needs to be killed off. That's it.